Hey everybody, welcome to the Watchtower. It's like we're on the Watchtower here in this thing. Hey. It's your boy James here to read another Justice League Adventures issue to all 10 of you that are here. Yeah, I know, it's pretty incredible. It's like, it's a real representation of the Justice League Watchtower from the animated series Justice League Unlimited. Have you ever seen anything as cool as this? I don't know. I certainly have every week at noon Pacific time here on twitch.tv/DCAU Watchtower. And so can you if you join in every week. If you haven't been here before, I do these every Tuesday, going through the Justice League Adventures comic. We're going to read it dos times. First time we're just going to read the issue. And then the second time, we're going to go through and take notes on all the character appearances, any timeline clues, anything that sticks out as weird for canonicity purposes, anything that we want to note down for either future videos or for the DCAU Encyclopedia website that we've been indefinitely working on for the last 5 or 6 years. So, yeah. Thanks for joining me, everybody who's here today. Justice League Adventures number 24 here. As you can see, meet Jeremy. He's a blast. It was written by Fabian Nicieza. Both of his names are difficult for me to pronounce as an American. He is the co-creator of Deadpool, I just figured out today by reading the fact on his Twitter profile that says co-creator of Deadpool. Which was something I think I missed last time. He wrote another issue that we read a few weeks ago, at least one, if not a couple. So we'll see if this issue has anything remotely similar to a Deadpool feel to it. I have no idea. I kind of expect it won't. It's just kind of a coincidence, I guess. But yeah, you can find him at Fabian Nicieza, whatever, right here. That's his name. It's drawn by the great Tim Levins, friend of the channel. Great guy. We've had him on our 24-hour birthday live stream last month. He is an artist on Gotham Adventures primarily, but he did a bunch of these Justice League Adventures issues and these capstone DCAU-style books he's done a lot of. You can find him on Instagram at Tim Levins Art. All one word, no underscores or nothing. I really like following him on Instagram here because he posts a lot of cool stuff. He'll almost every day, maybe every other day, he's posting images like this where he goes through, here's the final art from the book, and then here's the inks, here's his original sketch that he submitted to the editor before actually drawing it. And it's always fun to see stuff like this because, as you can see in the original, it's just Star Sapphire coming out. By the time he did the inks, we've got Joker coming out. And then editor's note told him, scrap Joker, put in the other Mark Hamill voiced member of the Injustice Gang, Solomon Grundy. Don't know why. Would be fun to ask him someday. But stuff like that's really cool. He's also on DeviantArt, deviantart.com/Tim Levins. Pretty simple. He's got a ton of cool stuff on here. He's been doing these original groupings of various DCAU villains and heroes. We're inadvertently responsible, or advertently, purposely, is advertently a word? We're responsible for this Barry Allen artwork that he did. He originally had this one that he used throughout these. Let's see if I can find one here. Yeah, here's one. These capstone books. But he's admitted to essentially this Barry Allen just looks exactly like Wally West in a slightly different costume. Like his face is exactly the same. So he went in, I had mentioned this in a comment on one of his Instagram posts, and he went in and redid it. He just made a Barry Allen instead, which I find kind of fun that we are indirectly or directly, there we go, that's a better way to say it, responsible for that. So yeah, you can find him all over the place. He's done a ton of cool stuff. He also posted a decent handful of just character designs from the Capstone books that are great, will be great additions to the Watchtower Database website someday. He's also done some art for us. I'm just gushing about Tim Levins. I love Tim Levins. He's done some art for us for the channel that you'll see in an upcoming video, hopefully next month, maybe December, maybe January. Things keep getting pushed all the time, but we got a lot of content coming up. It's whatever. But yeah, he did some art for an upcoming video, so that'll be exciting. And some of these character designs that he's done on here were probably not to his knowledge based on art that I've done. Let me see if I can find the image here real quick. This Watchtower Database, encyclopedia website that we've been building for forever. Over the years, I've worked on a bunch of different character designs for that website, which includes, mostly characters that didn't have official model sheets released publicly anywhere, so we would have to create them like this Captain Boomerang that you see here, in that same kind of style, I mean. But let's see, artwork, DCAU designs, is it going to be in here, or am I going to find it? I know you guys can't see what I'm doing here. Yes! Okay, so, this, it's a lot smaller because, you didn't need it to be any bigger for websites back in the day. So I know it's really tiny, but you may be able to see that it is essentially the exact same image here with Tim Levins has updated it. But, when I've talked to him before about this kind of stuff, it's very simple probably to Google, DCAU Captain Boomerang or Captain Boomerang Justice League Unlimited or something and have my piece come up. A lot of the time, if you do that, character designs that I've done over the years come up on Google image searches. So I don't blame him at all for, finding this one. But I, created this from scratch, essentially. So there's no way that this isn't, traced from mine to start with. I'm just saying, Tim, if you're watching, I forgive you. But yeah, that's always just kind of some fun stuff with Tim. The Tim Levins Watchtower Database adventure continues. So anyway, enough about Tim Levins. I think 50% of changes in art is done by James. Yeah, probably. Like with all the Adventures Continue issues that I took, and then they changed Mad Hatter's face and that kind of stuff. I've been a fan for a long time, man. Greetings from Italy. Hey, Nab Fox. Awesome to have you here. Thank you. I found Tim on there a few days ago. Yep. We do probably have a telepathic connection. Yes. So anyway, Tim Levins Art on Instagram. Highly recommend it. Also follow Fabian, Nicias, and Nikunza, whatever this is. We're going to be reading issue 24 today by those people. Let's just jump into it. I'm going to check the chat after we get through the issue first time. Farmington, Kansas, 6 hours ago. Why won't you leave me alone? Guess he's going to be Jason Todd. Roll call, Superman, Martian Manhunter, Batman. Oh, that's it. Nice. Okay. Kent with the ball. Newell misses the tackle. Kent scores his 5th touchdown of the game. Smallville is routing their rivals. Go, Clark, go! You know you can't play anymore, Clark. It's not fair, Pa. To the other players, son, your abilities, they're an incredible gift, but in some ways, they're also a burden. And you'll also be responsible for using them wisely. Superman, there were no civilian casualties this time. The blast circumference looks the same, so does the energy residue. 3 blasts in as many days, a residential house, a hospital, and now here. Were there any witnesses, Jean? I am telepathically scanning their conversations. Like the 2 previous incidents, it appears to be a lone individual. And he was glowing, all colors, brighter and brighter, and shouted like, "Leave me alone!" Like someone dropped a stone in a pond and it rippled out. But not a normal explosion in the movies. Didn't look human. Lousy aliens. Let's pick up the energy trail again, Jean. Find out who is doing this. And hope that Batman can unravel the mystery of why. Carrie Newell, 143 Slot Avenue. Head trauma, non-responsive laceration, second-degree burns, multiple fractures from first-floor ceiling collapse. It's forever, isn't it, Dad? Nothing out there bigger than my thumb, Jeremy. See? That is so dumb. Dumb? Your old man's trying to make a deep philosophical point about life. Yeah? What's that? We're bigger than all of space put together, son. Because space is empty, and we've got soul. You're lying. You have to be lying. I don't belong with you. My life is here. Please leave me alone. I think it was a boy. Barely made him out. White hot, but there was no heat. Said, leave me alone. Sounded sad. Crazy. Alien, alien, alien. The people are angry, resentful. Can you blame them? Look at this. Look at what this thing has done. I believe he is lost, confused. He feels hounded, hunted. Jean, people have been hurt, alien or not, confused or crazy. We're putting a stop to this. Kal-El, I understand the responsibility you feel towards using such powers properly, and your frustration that this alien is lashing out in the place you were raised. And if that is influencing me, then you have to admit your loneliness is affecting your judgment. You can both stop feeling so guilty. Our alien is a 12-year-old boy named Jeremy. The first incident occurred at the home of Carrie and Barbara Newell. That put them both in Lincoln Hospital, where the second explosion occurred as a result of Jeremy's emotional outburst. From there, Jeremy wandered to Farmington High School, where Carrie Newell played defensive back for the Hawks. I played against him when we were younger. And this diner had significance to their family? We can assume so. Jeremy is still missing, and Barbara's locket was in the debris. The boy has metahuman powers. He has also been hospitalized twice in the last 6 months for disorders to his nervous system and for psychiatric evaluations. This boy is dangerous. The innocent people he's injured, his parents, demand justice. I'm hungry. You keep telling me I don't need to eat, so why am I hungry? You say I should shed my skin, but I don't want to be different. It's not fair. Why do you keep talking to me? Why can't you just leave me alone? There he is, which confirms my suspicions. He is just a scared, confused child, with enough power to blow up half of Kansas. Batman, check your sensors. The boy is releasing an energy wavelength that is completely alien to Earth. Confirmed. It appears that we might all be right. He's confused and scared. He's an alien, and he is a threat. Jeremy, we're here to help you. How? You can't heal my parents, can you? You can't change what I've done? No, but we can stop it from happening again. You can't make them go away! Who? They won't leave me alone! Jeremy. It is Jeremy, but it is not. Something so radically alien to us, a life form composed of varying energy wavelengths, and I sense he is but a small part of a larger whole. Jean, I don't think you should, an alien, alone on a world not of his choosing. He needs comfort, Batman, guidance, friendship. I know his pain. So vast, so empty. I don't sense Jeremy Newell's mind within that energy mass. Did it kill the boy? No, Superman, I think that is the boy, desperate to understand its place on this planet, or to find its way back home. Jean, it's not like you or I, but under different circumstances, it could have been. If it is Jeremy, then he has crimes to answer for. If it's an alien entity that just killed Jeremy, it has to be stopped. Is it that easy for you, Batman? That simple a choice? A boy has been killed, or a boy has nearly killed his own parents. There is nothing easy or simple about that. Why did you bring me here? Where are you? I can hear you in my head buzzing like bees. Why won't you show yourselves? The time has come. The skies for 100 miles are showing massive electromagnetic disruptions. I can't keep the Bat-Wing airborne. Once lost, now found. It is time to rejoin the continuum. It is time to come home, son. Son? This is a family reunion? It would explain Jeremy's sense of displacement and the feelings he had that he was being talked to, drawn here. This larger wavelength is similar to Jeremy's signature. It is time to rejoin the continuum. No! Batman? It has to be said, Jean. They can't just be allowed to go. You can't leave with no regard to the consequences of your actions, or the people who have been hurt. Carrie and Barbara Newell raised this boy as their own. Who is going to give them justice? It just got more complicated. Their arrival is disrupting Earth's electromagnetic field. If they leave now, they'll completely rip it apart. Energy disruption will restore over time. Yes, eventually, but the harm done to the planet and to the humans living here will be catastrophic. We are curious. What is a human? Ask your son. If you do not resist, I believe I can now attune your energy spectrum to our brainwaves. Allow Jeremy Newell's memories of his humanity to flow through you. The energy neonate lost its way during transition. It became grounded to this spectrum, imprinting itself to the first template it encountered, carbon-based life forms, human beings, who raised Jeremy as one of their own, teaching it values of hope and love. This word love is a strong one, but this safe, fragile cocoon of happiness came undone as Jeremy grew older, and his true form began to assert itself. Unable to control its shift from matter to energy, Jeremy began to release energy, damming the shell of his human parents. But when Jeremy accessed his energy form, you were able to locate him here on Earth. Now do you understand the harm you could do, and the harm you have done? You've been shown what it means to be human, so it's time to show some humanity. Do you both really think this is the best idea? The energy being can't leave Earth without causing irreparable harm, and the irreparable harm done to the Newell family has to be atoned for. But we're dealing with a power that barely understands how to wield itself responsibly, and of all people, Superman, you have shown that control comes with time. And responsibility comes from a sense of morality. They're awake! It's a miracle! What happened? You were injured, but someone very special found a way to help you. Jeremy? Mom, Dad, I'm so glad you're okay. Are the Newells now alien energy forms, or humans kept alive by alien batteries? They are all of those things and more. They have been punished for their crimes. They are sentenced to being a family again. The way they were meant to be. The end. Alrighty. Interesting. Very non-Deadpool, if I must say. But pretty cool. It was a very different kind of tone than a usual Justice League Adventures issue. But yeah. What did you guys think? Let me know in the chat here. Let me get back up to the top. Jason Todd, especially Monica, did a lot of changes for you. Yeah, I guess that's true. Some of them I think were coming anyway and then were kind of coincidental, but we know that that bat suit in the Batcave was definitely changed from my input. DC's way of saying with great power comes great responsibility. Okay, let's have Batman tackle this, at least send someone with him. What's up with the Batwing design? I think it was just facing away in a weird way. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, so this is like the bottom back of it. It doesn't look too different to me. The alien energy looks cool. I agree. Sorry, I recently got Batman Adventures Continue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I watched your videos. Chapter 9 cover was Chapter 5 on mine. Yeah, so you might... maybe you've got it right, maybe you don't. The chapter numbers and the issue numbers are different. So issue 1, full physical issue 1, is chapters 1 and 2 digitally. Then full physical issue 2 is chapter 3 and 4 digitally. They're all split in half. So by the time you get to the end here, issue 7 is chapters 13 and 14. So when we show the covers to various chapters, also by around halfway through, the digital chapters on the second half would get new covers that were just for that digital second chapter. To kind of, I assume it was to differentiate them on, Comixology and stuff, to help people know it's not just the same issue or that they haven't read it already or whatever. So it's a weird numbering system. Also, DCAU Review has been joking like every episode of their podcast that, there's those tiers of numbers, but then within the chapters, there's also like Red Sun Part 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So it's all over the place. It's hard to keep track of, I understand. JLA number 24, Tripping Balls. So what exactly happened to the aliens? I guess they are within the parents now. It's kind of a cop-out, like it's written in this is an alien energy being we couldn't possibly comprehend. So it's kind of Star Trek-y, and it's like, just sweep it under it doesn't matter, like, it's just about the story. It doesn't really matter the technicalities of it. James, what was the last DCAU movie you watched? Well, the last DCAU movie was Justice League versus the Fatal Five, so that's... if you mean in real time, I think I've watched Mask of the Phantasm since Fatal Five came out. If you just mean in all the DC animated movies in general, I watched Superman Man of Tomorrow. I own the new Death in the Family Blu-ray with all the multiple choice options for the ending, but I haven't watched it yet. We were supposed to get a review copy from Warner Brothers that never showed up, so I just gave in and went and bought it like a week later than I wanted to. And then I'm going to be moving this weekend, so I'm going to be spending all my time packing and cleaning my apartment and all this stuff. I'm not going to have a chance to watch it for at least another week or so. So if we do a review on that one, it's going to be way later than it could have been, but it is what it is. It was not explicitly said or anything, but Bruce must be more emotional here because reuniting boy with his parents. Yeah, I think that was implied. I thought he was a Rainbow Raider, a younger version. Yeah, it's kind of similar until you figure out what's going on. Yellow bat suit. Oh, and Monica's coloring. Yeah, I don't think honestly, I don't think that was on purpose for me. She mentioned in private messages to me that that was just she has a person that does the flat colors for her sometimes, and so they accidentally colored that yellow. Maybe they did it on purpose. I have no idea. And then when she went back to do all the final coloring, missed that little bit. But she's retroactively said that it was on purpose, a reference to the yellow bat suit. So we can count it as a yellow Batsuit. I don't know if you can answer this question, but can you show the covers of Batman Adventures continues 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? You were the same person that asked about the chapter numbers, right? So is that just because you are confused about what order they go in? I will go ahead and let me not show you my login. Whatever, you already saw it. You can pause on it. Oh my god, I'm not even grabbing the right thing. Whatever. Okay, so we know it's that many characters into James's Comixology account. If I start getting weird charges in my Comixology account, I know who to find. Let's see. Speaking of Batsuit colors, don't you think you've escaped the blue bat symbol in Beyond? Do you mean like I've glossed over it or something? If you're talking about, because there's a background of an episode where the yellow Batsuit is also there, but it's like a grayish bluish color. Whatever. I wish the yellow Batsuit was canon. Me too. You'll be always known as yellow Batsuit to me. Yeah, that I don't know why the yellow Batsuit. We've talked about this so many times. No idea why it is so popular, but I will take it. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go to the entire series here. So this is what I'm talking about, like issues. So on comics, this is to make it even more confusing. Comixology lists these as issue 1, 2, 3, 4 because it's just the built-in system that Comixology has. It can't differentiate if it's the next issue, it's going to count it as the next issue number. That's just how the algorithm or whatever works on here. But yeah, so these first 2 chapters, that's issue 1, chapter 1, 2. This is issue 2, chapter 3 and 4. Issue 3, chapter 5 and 6. This is where we start getting the covers differentiations. When I look at your videos, chapter 5 on mine is 9 on yours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so issue 5 is chapter 9 and 10. Maybe that helps. But as you can see, here is the final half of the issue covers when they actually start changing every chapter. But yeah, there you go. Anyway, we are going to go through the issue a second time after a quick commercial break. Before we go, I do want to bring up probably not next week because of all the moving I'm doing, and maybe not the week after that because, let's see, what day will that be? Yeah. Next week, probably not, and then the week after that, I might even have to cancel my stream because I'm getting carpet installed in the new house. But hopefully the week after that, like the 17th or so, I want to start adding on another hour maybe to these streams. There's been a lot of new characters in these issues, and as I've been talking about a few times on the stream today, we're building an encyclopedia website for the entire DCAU. And I already also showed you some of the character art that I've done before. I want to start making the, profile picture character artwork for these issues, for new characters from these issues that we don't have artwork for already. So like, we had Hvist in issue 1, we had All-Star, we had this issue here had Jeremy Newell. So stuff like that I think would be fun, and I'm going to. That's the idea. Is I would add on another. We'd go through it a second time to take notes. Then after that, I would hop into Photoshop and whip up at least one character design from the new comic, while you guys can just kind of chat away with me. But right now, we're going to take a quick break, and then we will come back to read it the second time and take notes. So BRB. Okie doke. We're back. We've got a cat now. She decided to come up here and say hi. She might be sitting in my lap here just below camera this whole time. Who knows how long she'll stay here. All right. I see in the chat here we got a question about Young Justice comics. Not currently in my plan of comics to read, but I won't dismiss it as an impossibility. The plan right now, unless we decide as a group, we can make this a community thing. Plan right now is to, once I finish Justice League Adventures, which we only have about 10 issues left, I'll move on to Justice League Unlimited, which was the follow-up to this comic, of course. And then after that, I'm thinking about doing the Adventures in the DC Universe comic, which was a pre-Justice League comic, essentially. Happened in the mid to late 90s, and it took character designs from the DCAU, but pretty much took place in mainstream comic continuity. But it would be fun to go through that. I don't think I've ever read all of them to figure out how many of them fit and that kind of stuff. Let's see. I would like to see BTAC go forward until Beyond Rebirth. That would be a lot of space to cover. Besides, that's what we're doing with Legacies of the DCAU. Go to legacesdcau.com, where you can read our webcomic, written by Mr. Ted Kendrick and drawn by myself and a couple other people, like Marcelo Milikai and Mark Daniel Martinez. We got 9 issues up so far over the last 5 years, but working on several more right now. Anyway, yeah, legacesdcau.com. That's the intention of this is to cover the time between the end of JLU and the beginning of Batman Beyond. So there you go. That's what you're talking about. And then even so on the Watchtower Database website, the idea is to just be a one-stop shop for any DCAU thing ever you could possibly want. So yes, that would include, images and biographies and that kind of stuff for all of these tie-in comics, regardless of canon or not or whatever. Because it's still part of the DCAU. It's still part of this world. We're not going to just these artists and writers worked their butts off to make more DCAU content. They messed one thing up and now it's not canon. We're not going to include it on our DCAU encyclopedia. No, it's going to be as much as we can possibly fit in there. That spans, all through the the Burger King comics and all the little stuff. Okay, Kat, you're gonna be goodbye. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the start. We're going to go through it again, taking notes on everything. So let's see. Farmington, Kansas is where we're starting out. And this is 6 hours ago. So, opening panel is 6 hours ago. Then we've got Jeremy Newell, Superman, John Jones, and Batman. Okay, let's see. What was the Smallville? What are they? What's the Smallville football team called? Yeah, Smallville High. I'll just put Smallville High football team. What the heck are they? What's the mascot? What's the team? The thing? Do we not know? Crows. Is that right? Isn't Teen Titans in the multiverse? So if we have it be like the DCAU multiverse, total possibilities, it's a website about almost everything. It'll be a website about Scooby-Doo and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, they'll be on there anyway. But you know what I'm saying. Anything that it legitimately crossed over with, or is by extension an alternate universe of, you know, one step away from the DCAU. That's the stuff I'm talking about. These writers made Mr. Wing canon. Yeah, I know, that's the hardest part about The Adventures Continue, is there are a lot of reasons why I want it to be canon, but there are also a couple big reasons why I don't want it to be canon. But it's not up to me. It's up to, you know, you. Whatever you think it should be. We are going to do a Will It Canon video, and I'm not going to spoil the outcome of it, even though we've already pretty much figured it out. But we can't do that Will It Canon video until the series is actually over. They've got the holiday special coming out physically in January. They haven't announced yet, I don't think, when it's coming out digitally, and theoretically it'll be 2 chapters long. So who knows whether they'll continue past that or not. So every DC media is now confirmed to be in the Multiverse Studio Crisis. Pretty much, yeah. So, let's see. What was I looking for? Yeah, Smallville football. No one knows this. No one in the chat knows this. What the Smallville football team is. Smallville High School. Yeesh. I'm just gonna put Smallville High. So this is Smallville, Kansas. We've got Smallville High School, and we've got Smallville High School football team. We already counted Superman. He's there. The Farmington somethings we don't get to know. Newell misses the tackle. His full name will come up in a little bit, so I'll wait. We've got Jonathan Kenty. Do you think Nightwing will be in it in the holiday special? No idea. I hope so. That'd be kind of funny if that's all he was in. But I also hope not, just to continue the Where's Nightwing. Okay. Yeah, this is the great power comes great responsibility thing for Superman here. Okay, I like how, you know, we've got this scoreboard that says Farmington is, well, okay, never mind. This is not actually Smallville High School. This is still Farmington, Kansas. So, I guess we could put well, we don't know where the football field is, so I won't worry about it. I was about to say it's funny that they have Farmington and Visitors, and then like 20 years later when we're here, or like 15, whatever, a few years later when we're here on this destroyed version, it still says Farmington and Visitors, but that's what it would always say if this is the Farmington football field, so it's not a problem. Okay. 3 blasts as many days, a residential house, a hospital, and now here. So we have Farmington. Oh no, actually I'm gonna wait on I was gonna put Farmington Hospital, but we do see the hospital here in a second, and it has a specific name on it. Okay. All right. So next page. Yeah. So Lincoln General Hospital. And we have the Bat-Wing. We got Batman already. Cary Newell, that's his name. 143 Slot Avenue. Dan Slott, ha ha ha. 143 Slot Avenue is mentioned. Oh no, it's right there. Not even mentioned. He goes to it. Okay. Which is, I believe, the Newell home. Yep. 2002 League Champion. So we're at least in 2002, but it looks like that's probably a photo from a little while ago. Jeremy's photo reads 2002 League Champions. Is it soccer? Yes. Okay. Batman's like, oh man, It's night. It's almost werewolf time. I better get out of here. Go fight a werewolf in Gotham. Okay, Nat's Diner. May be the same, and maybe not, though. I'm going to find out here in a second. There's a diner in New Kids in Town that Brainiac attacks. Brainiac attacks. New Kids in Town. It might be the same one. We'll find out. Tim Levins is pretty good at picking up on background assets in this universe. Didn't mean to have you guys hearing that, but I guess it's pretty quiet. I think you can handle it. Where am I looking for? I know I'm looking for the diner. Where's the diner? Is it really this far into the episode? I thought it was... There we go. There we go. Ah, so close. This is Pop's Diner. It looks very similar. The sign is even like the same thing but backwards. So, all right. It's not the same one. Okay. Space is empty and we've got soul. We got Jeremy Newell's locket. Nat's Diner. Did that. Okay, we have Farmington Police. We have Farmington Firefighters, right? No, paramedics. And we have Farmington. Oh my god, what is happening? Farmington police cars and Farmington ambulances. Okay. Poor Nat's Diner. It's interesting how the Jeremy kid is visiting all these like childhood locations, but they don't pick up on that to figure out who it is necessarily. Batman just understands. Okay, Jeremy is 12 years old. And his parent, Carrie and Barbara Newell. So we did see Barbara Newell there in the hospital at the same time. Let's see. Legacies promo is fire. Thank you. I'm still proud of that 5 or 6 years later. I really like how that came out, the animation. Isn't Teen Titans in the multiverse? The end of today. We talked about this. Hopefully they get a sequel comic for Batman Adventures Continue. Yeah. I can't decide how I feel about I assume, Greg, you've probably watched our breakdown of the finale, the most recent issue. I do want to see what happens with Deathstroke and Red Hood, but I also don't need need to necessarily have more of this comic. Okay. James have to watch Smallville, the TV show from the CW. Yeah, I know. It's on my list. Eventually. Hey, Adam. Yeah, Legacies promo. Adam did the music for that back in the day. Good stuff. Okay. Oh, Barbara's locket. I see. So Barbara Newell's locket. Because it's the dad and him? Nope, it's her. Why is she in her own locket? Oh, well, whatever. Okay, Jeremy has been hospitalized twice in the last 6 months. Jeremy has been hospitalized twice in the last 6 months. That and his age and all this stuff doesn't really help us place this in the timeline at all, but if we ever did place it in the timeline, then we can forward reverse time from here to figure out when he was born and when was he hospitalized and all this stuff. Innocent people, he's injured, his parents demand justice. Okay. Leave me alone. Leave Brittany alone. Okie dokie. Nothing on that page. Nothing on that page. Nothing on that page. Except for some nice Kirby crackle going on. Okay, Batman's got some sort of tricorder thing here. I'm just going to call it that for now. Batman's tricorder with a question mark. I've been putting question marks next to stuff that I should come back to and give a better name later. Did it kill the boy? Did you kill the boy? Crimes, you answer for. Batman gets back in the Batwing real fast. Yeah, they're not saying anything there. Buzzing bees, time has come. Okay, so now we have the, like, Jeremy's parents' entities. Let's see. Sun. So, larger wavelength is similar to Jeremy's signature. So, it's time to rejoin the continuum. Let's just call it the continuum. Seems good. It's not the Imperium, actually. Okay, nothing on this page, nothing on this. Energy, what the heck is a neonate? A newborn child. Okay. Doesn't give it time. Well, it's 12 years ago, I guess. Okay. Lincoln General Hospital again. I really like this panel with their, like, symbols. Batman's is just black, so it can't be. What if they made it yellow, man? What if they had made it yellow? Control comes with time, responsibility. They're awake. So we have Newell's doctor. It's a miracle. What happened? There's alien electromagnetic rainbow energy inside you. That's what happened. Okay. I think that I got everything in this issue. Let's check out what next issue is. Hell yeah, it is the start of the Adam Strange issues. I talked about these in our Ranthanagar War video a couple weeks ago. Me and Ted hosted that. These are fun ones. This is a two-parter. This is part 1 of 2, so we'll end up leaving on a cliffhanger next time, which will be really funny because we'll leave on a cliffhanger, and then I'll not be doing it the next week because the carpet's going to be being installed. So that'll be funny for you. No way you can possibly read the issue on your own. You have to wait for me. So, please, in that Batman dies so it's not canon. Yeah, something big would have to happen. Have you ever thought of not using dates and years when you make this timeline stuff? I feel like the spirit of the shows was that they all took place now, whenever now is, with the exception of Beyond, of course. Those issues. Yeah, so the whole thing with the timeline is it really doesn't matter. you can definitely think of, you know, if you want to think of it in like present day type of stuff, you know, you could have Justice League Unlimited kind of time be like present day. Batman Beyond's 40 years away, and Batman and Superman are slightly in the past, that kind of stuff. That is totally fine. There is nothing wrong with that. The timeline stuff that we do comes pretty much from Maddie ran a DCAU timeline Tumblr blog for a few years. He still technically runs it, but I don't think he's updated it for a while. Where he essentially just trying to figure out where everything lands date-wise so that you can create a chronological order to experience the DCAU. And that's kind of the whole point of the timeline stuff, is once we finally have everything placed, which may never happen if they keep putting stuff out, or at least it'll take longer. The idea being that by the end of all of that, there's a list of, you read this and then you watch this, you watch this, you watch this, then you read this, then you watch this, like to experience the DCAU in chronological order. That's not impossible to do without dates, but it's a lot easier, I would say, to rely on those for that kind of stuff. But then again, they contradict each other all the time, usually in little ways. The big picture stuff is still pretty set in stone. And yeah, it's not intended to be figured out that way, but it is possible. So we're always working on it. Why does Batman's suit look like his first one, just minus the purple gloves? Do you mean just in Justice League in general? I don't know. Ask Batman. That's the way I see it, at least. Yeah. Hi, James. Hi, Ed. Hopefully Paul Dini redeems himself. Yeah, Paul Dini's awesome. He is responsible for so many awesome things, so many good things. Everybody messes up once in a while. Everybody kills Nora Freeze once in a while. You know, it's his universe, really. He and Bruce Timm and Alan Burnett, they can do whatever they want to with it. But it is a little disappointing when that stuff happens. Okay. So that was that. That was Just League Adventures 24. Nothing stood out to me as non-canon. It was all pretty straightforward. I'm going to go ahead and combine these, clean up the spreadsheet just a little bit. So yeah, like I talked about before, next week we'll be reading Just League Adventures 25, and then the week after that I will probably be not streaming. Because carpet's being installed in my new house. And then when we come back from that, we'll read issue 26 and potentially draw a character from that issue. If not, then, or, you know, from some past issue, maybe you guys we can vote on that or something like that. And then at least going forward from there, hopefully that'll be the new plan, is to have maybe a 2-hour stream instead of just one. Where we do art at the end. Fun arts and crafts time. So thank you everybody for joining me today. Stay tuned for Ted tomorrow. Please come and watch Ted. I say this every week. Please come and watch Ted. He's playing through Batman Chaos in Gotham. Sometimes it's a little glitchy, but he gets through it. Don't worry about it. Stick around for 5 or 10 minutes. He'll figure it out. Hey Ted, if you're still here. And Thursday, because it's Thursday, we got Maddie reading Harley Quinn Mad Love, the 2018 novel. He's on chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, I believe, this week. But if you haven't read it or haven't tuned in for any of him reading that yet, they're all here on the Twitch channel, as well as all of my previous Justice League Adventures read-throughs and all of Ted's gameplay from before. Everything is cataloged here as soon as it's done being streamed. So yeah, check all of that out. I will see you guys next week for issue 25 with Adam Strange and a big old dinosaur. See you guys later.